Hi, I'm Brandon, and today I'm taking a look at the interrogation of John Elliott. I've done this one before on the channel, but I kind of wanted to do a deeper dive on it, and people have been requesting it. It's a pretty interesting interrogation. So we're going to jump into it here. I'm going to be starting and stopping this a lot, so if you want to just watch the interrogation without my commentary, by all means, there's a whole bunch of other channels on YouTube that have it, so you could watch it there. But if you want to hear my thoughts on it, then let's continue. And I'm going to start off here just by reading the wiki page. We'll get some background on what happened before the sting and during his confrontation with Chris Hansen before he was arrested, just so we can understand a little bit more about what was going on with John beforehand. If you want to skip this, feel free just to jump ahead to the interrogation. It says, John Wesley Elliott is a predator involved in the Bowling Green, Kentucky edition of To Catch a Predator. This was the last sting that they did before the show was canceled. And he is best known for his lewd screen name, which YouTube, I want to get past the YouTube censor, so I'm not going to read it out loud, but it's pretty easy to find out what it is, and it's pretty gross. And he's also known for wrongly assuming that Chris Hansen was a therapist. John Elliott was a factory worker for a window company, and he had a wife and lived in Kentucky. And I should take this time to say, look at this picture here. Look at the picture of this guy on the wiki page. This is not a man who has a lot of options. If this guy is married and has a family, he should just be happy with what he has. Nope, instead he goes out and does this. He was 39 years old when he started chatting with a girl online who told him that she was underage. And she was among the youngest decoys. She was not even a teenager yet. And he mentioned that his hobbies are computers and taking pictures of himself performing a certain act, and we know exactly what that is. He then sent pictures of him doing that to the decoy, and he also said that he wanted to stand outside her window and perform this act. We know what he means. This guy, as you see when he shows up, he's just weird and awkward and just gross in every way. But just the fact that he doesn't even want to really see the person right away. He wants to just peer in her window and pleasure himself. That is disgusting. Him and the decoy chatted for over a month, with him telling her many times that he was naked, and he even sent her a picture of another underage girl doing inappropriate things. So this guy was eventually busted with, I believe, illegal things on his computer, and he got a pretty hefty prison sentence, but we'll get into that later. During his phone conversations with the decoy, Elliott is dumbfounded that a girl her age would be interested in him, as she that's right. Yeah, he's right to think that. He states that he'd never done anything like this before, and he claimed that he would still be interested in her if she weighed 280 pounds. I guess that's a sign of desperation. He doesn't care what his victims look like as long as they're very young. He then drove 2.5 hours from Benton, Kentucky for the meet. Upon meeting Casey, the decoy at the door, he immediately asked to go to the bathroom, and Casey agreed, feeling as though Elliott posed no serious threat or flight risk. Yeah, usually they don't allow the decoys to go to the bathroom, but I guess this guy was just so wimpy and pathetic that he posed absolutely no threat, so they let him. When he came out, he took off his jacket and proclaimed how nervous he was, showing Casey that his hand was uncontrollably shaking due to his nervousness. And funny enough, this guy had no idea. He didn't even think Chris was the police. I don't think he was so worried about getting caught. I think it was just being probably around any other human, especially a girl, a woman or a girl in this case. He's just absolutely does not know how to act around them. So he's just being very weird. When he sat down, he played with his hair and insecurely asked Casey if he looked anything like she expected. Trying not to lie or be too impolite, Casey claimed that he simply looked like his pictures online, and they both laughed. Yeah, it's funny. She doesn't want to lie and be like, oh, yeah, you're good looking, but she doesn't want to hurt his feelings. So it's like, yeah, you pretty much look like your picture. Oh, that would have been such a bad situation. Elliott nervously told Casey that he wanted to kiss her, causing him to uncontrollably smile and giggle out of nervousness. Yeah, this guy was just so cringe. It was just pathetic. He then complimented Casey on her looks, admitting that he wanted to do all the things that he described on the internet. As Casey started to question Elliott about the illegal stuff that he transmitted her, the pictures, he either figured out something was wrong or he realized that what he had done was really bad. Yeah, you could tell. If you watch my channel, I have an earlier video where I covered his confrontation with Chris Hansen. I might do another one, but as soon as she said that, he realized something was up. I don't think he realized his actions were bad. I think he's just like, something's wrong here. He immediately started to backpedal on his intentions. This brought out Chris Hansen, who reminded Elliott he seemed very comfortable with the situation when talking to the girl online. Yeah, he's another one of these guys that he's such a big man online, will say all this stuff, and as soon as you see him in person, it's a different story. He's just a weak, pathetic loser who can't even act normally around another human. Elliott told Hansen he wouldn't be able to go through with it because he was scared and nervous. When asked why he felt that way, he claimed that he knew it wasn't right, as well as blaming his actions on his struggling marriage and mundane job. Elliott said he didn't bring any condoms because he only wanted to do oral and he didn't think it was that bad. Yeah, some of these guys say that. Like they're like, well, I only want to do these things, not these other things. It doesn't matter what act you want to do with this underage person. You're not allowed to even be in the house. You're not like even I think it was James Rutherford was like, I might have kissed her but nothing more. It's like, bullshit, dude. Like how could they think that anything is appropriate? These guys' minds are like so warped that they think even just doing like oral is going to be like okay. It's just mind-boggling that their minds are that just destroyed by porn and stuff. I don't know. Elliott then claimed it was his first time he had met a minor from online before adamantly denying that it was simply the first time he was caught when asked by Hansen. Yeah, I'm guaranteed, just the fact that this guy had illegal videos and stuff, there's no way that this is a new thing to him. This is probably the first time meeting someone, I believe that. But he'd been chatting with them, he'd been talking with them, he'd been trying to build up the nerve to go meet him, guaranteed. When asked why he decided to do it for the first time, Elliott claimed he had always had the fantasy in the back of his head. Yeah, exactly. It starts off as a fantasy, and then eventually they make it happen for real. When asked what should happen to him, he jokingly replied, "Sent to an island." When Hansen takes objection to him acting like the whole situation is a joke, Elliott said that he knew Hansen was a therapist based on the way he was talking. And I hate the fact that this guy, like he thinks everything's a joke. Like, look at this picture of him right here that I found. This is like a more modern day picture. Like, how can you not hate this guy just looking at him? He looks like he's just about to laugh. It looks like he thinks the whole thing's a joke, and he's trying not to like smile and laugh. That's what he looks like. Like, how could he possibly think that this situation is funny? Anyway, let's continue. Hansen then told Elliott he had walked into a Dateline investigation. Elliott became apologetic and said he loved his wife even though it didn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. He admitted he needed to see a psychiatrist because of the way his life was going. Elliott walked outside, being arrested by the Bowling Green Sheriff's Department and the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation. So from there, let's head over to the interrogation room where we see Catherine Reed interrogate this guy.
No, I think we're good. Thanks, Jim.
I know there's some debate online over the effectiveness of Catherine Reed here as an interrogator. Some people love her. Some people think she's overrated. I like her. I think she's pretty good. I like Dudinsky better. I just find Dudinsky more entertaining, but Catherine Reed's still pretty good. She still managed to get these guys put away for a long time.
Interesting night, haven't you?
Yeah, really.
To say the least.
He's just looking at his hands. They're just bound together.
Is it John?
Mm-hmm.
Elliott?
Mm-hmm.
What's your full name, John?
John Wesley.
John Wesley. Elliott. And you're 39?
39. As of this year.
And where do you...
39 as of this year? Of course, of this year. I've been 39 for the past 4 years. What the hell is he talking about?
You live?
Benton,
Kentucky?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you work?
There's no cameras or nothing on there. I'm not supposed to tell.
Well,
Come on, John. Tell us where you work. We're going to find out.
There are cameras in here, and it's because...
You don't have to worry about this ever winding up on YouTube or anything. Don't worry about it.
There's nothing on there. I'm not supposed to tell.
Well, there are cameras in here, and it's because I don't...
What does he mean I'm not supposed to tell? His boss was like, John, if you ever get arrested in a predator sting and you get interrogated, Make sure you don't name our business because that'll reflect badly on us.
I don't want anybody to say that I beat you up or that
Right.
something happened in here that shouldn't happen. It's for my protection as well as yours.
Well, I'm glad to, because I'll be fired.
I like how she just says, that I didn't beat you up. Like there's any fear of usually it'd be the opposite. You're worried about the criminal being the violent one. But here there's no one would ever believe that this guy was able to defeat a woman in a fight. So obviously Catherine Reed would just beat his ass very easily.
Anyway, Pella.
What is it?
Pella.
Pella?
Window company.
Windows?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that's nothing. I guess it doesn't really hurt to say it anyway, because it's...
You're not going to be working there any longer. You're going to prison. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter. This job isn't taking you back, hopefully.
Lost that. Just like everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, his constant laughing makes me angry. And I get it that he's just very nervous. Maybe he doesn't find the situation funny, but it seems like he does. When you catch someone doing something like this and it's a very serious situation and then they're just giggling at everything, it would really, really, really piss me off.
Well, you got some things going on here, but it's not anything that you can't work through.
I don't know, girl. I'm at my lowest point in life right now, and
No shit. Yeah, you're at your lowest point. And we've heard this from a lot of predators. They say that, James Rutherford, he says, my life is hell right now, going through a divorce, whatever they're going through, somehow their life is very sad and pitiful at that moment. Do you really think this is going to help? In their mind, where they you know what, I'm going to go out there and commit this horrible crime. I'm just going to go and just violate and assault a young person. And they think that's going to make them feel better about themselves? There's a reason these guys feel horrible. It's probably because they spend all their time online watching horrible, a lot, especially in this guy's case, illegal things, just completely warping their mind, having disgusting thoughts. He's just betraying his wife. You find out here that his wife is out camping with the kids. He didn't even go. He didn't even go spend time with his family. He just stays at home and talks on the computer, having inappropriate conversations with underage people. Then he drives to their house and gets caught and then blames on the fact that his life is pitiful. If your life is bad and you're going through hard times, number one, it's no excuse to do this because everyone has had hard times and they don't do this kind of thing. And second of all, just work on improving your life. You could do that. Instead of just being a pathetic loser, just try to improve yourself.
Well, before we get into it, I want to talk to you, okay? But there's some stuff that I got to take care of first.
Okay.
As far as paperwork and getting those things filled out for you. And like I said, I want to talk to you. I want to hear your side of the story. Because there's two sides to every story, and I want to hear yours.
Are you a counselor too? Or
what an idiot! He thought Chris Hansen was a counselor, which is stupid. A counselor just happened to be at this house. What? Who would hire that counselor? He just happened to be hanging out in the neighborhood and went there. Or the police hired a counselor to go intercept this guy before he could touch the girl. It doesn't make sense. And this is even stupider. He's been arrested by police, driven to the police station. He's handcuffed in an interrogation room, and he doesn't think that maybe the person he's talking to is some kind of a police officer. He thinks they're a counselor. I think in these guys' mind, we've seen so many guys, I need help, I need counseling, all this kind of stuff. I think he's justified his actions in his mind so much that he's this is not illegal. He even told Chris, I was just going to do oral. I wasn't actually going to do any more than that. Somehow that makes it okay to do with a minor. So I think they just normalize it in their own head, and their excuse to make themselves look like the victim is, I need help. So as soon as he meets someone, he's so used to thinking that he assumes, this is a counselor I'm talking to. I don't know. That's the best I can come up with for any reason that this guy could possibly think that. If I'm off base, let me know if there's another more logical reason, but that's all I can think of.
No, I'm an agent. I'm with the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation.
Oh, okay, I thought maybe you was okay.
So, you are...
How many, not to stay on the subject too long, but How many counselors do you normally run into in the course of your day? I think most days it's 0, unless you're actually going to meet one. But if you're just out and about your day, how often do you run into 2 different counselors or people you think are counselors? It doesn't make sense.
Under arrest. You understand that?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Well, let's get this.
And what have you ever seen, like in movies, TV shows, have you ever seen someone get arrested and the first thing that happens before, going to a jail cell, anything like that, before being like searched, first thing that happens is they sit you down with a counselor? That's not a thing that exists. Usually it's like after, either you get a counselor on your own or the court orders it. But that's like after your entire trial, and that's like while you're in prison. It's not the first thing that happens. What an idiot.
Paperwork here. And what kind of car did you drive?
It's a Chevrolet Cobalt.
Chevrolet Cobalt. Okay.
2005.
Yeah.
2005, yeah.
Well, first, I'm going to read you a statement of your rights, okay? Just so that you're clear as to how this works and...
Okay, I don't understand this stuff, so you have to be kind of slow with me if that's okay.
Well,
Yeah, I think anyone has to be kind of slow with this guy.
I'm going to
What does he mean? I don't understand this stuff. Like this guy is dumb.
read it to you. And then,
I think it was Walls pointed out that all the Kentucky Predators are stupid. Like they are among like pretty much the stupidest guys in the entire sting. And it's not like a sting where some of the guys are smart. We've had stings with guys that are doctors. Like there are smart people that have been caught on the show. The Kentucky sting, all 7 of them are like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel of IQ points. Like they're just fucking dumb. This guy, like you'd think like he looks like a nerd. He's like into computers. You'd think that he's some kind of like math wizard or something, like a chess champion who's just way too smart for everyone and looks down his nose at everyone because he's just so gifted at math equations or something or science. Instead, he's just like dumber than a rock.
if you have any questions, I'll explain it to you to the best of my ability, okay? Is that
Alright.
fair?
Yeah.
That work?
She's like, to the best of my ability. There's only a certain level of stupidity that I can descend to. So I can try to explain it, but if you still don't get it, there's not much more I can do.
For you?
Yeah.
Okay. Before you ask any questions, you should know your rights. You may remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in court or in any other proceedings. You have the right to consult an attorney before you make any statement or answer any question, and you may have your attorney with you during the questioning. You good so far?
This is like the first time where they've had to stop partway through the Miranda rights just to make sure that the guy's all caught up and understanding it.
You may request the court to appoint an attorney for you if you cannot afford to hire one. You may stop the questioning at any time by refusing to answer any further questions or by requesting a consultation with your attorney.
Okay.
Do you understand, John? It's pretty clear.
Do you understand what I've read to you?
Understand.
Are you sure?
Okay. What I'm going to need you to do...
I mean, it's pretty simple. I think there are certain breeds of chimpanzees that would understand the Miranda rights, so they make it pretty clear.
is sign right here, and what it's stating is that I have read you a statement of your rights and that you understand them.
Okay.
Okay? And if you understand them and don't have any questions, we'll say that that was...
The good old flip phones.
Date is 10/21/07, and the time is 1:54 a.m. All right,
Okay.
right there where it says signature.
Well, it looks like he's left-handed. Not that that's a big deal, but just something to point out.
Alright. And then here at the bottom, this is called a waiver. Having the above statement of my rights read and explained to me and fully understanding them, hereby waive these rights, and that you would be doing this freely and voluntarily without threat or promise. That's in order for you to talk to me and tell me what's going on.
Okay.
And how this all occurred and how you got here tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to have you waive your rights in order for that to happen. Otherwise, I can't talk to you.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, he doesn't. This is going in one ear and out the other.
I think so.
Okay. So, if you agree to that, we'll date it and put the time on.
Reminds me of that Simpsons episode, the early Simpsons, when Homer needed heart surgery and the doctor's trying to explain it to him, and he's like, "We're gonna have to give you open heart surgery," and Homer's like, "You're gonna have to dumb it down for me," and the doctor just has to keep saying it in more simple ways, and then he's like, "We have to open you up and tinker with your ticker." Just made me think of that, where it's you have to just rephrase already simple things so that the dumbest guy ever can understand them.
On there, or you can sign it, and then we'll put the time and date on there, however you want to do it.
Okay.
Stay tight.
Yeah.
It's 1:56 a.m.
And like, buddy, you could be at home right now, asleep. You could one be with your family right now, camping. Sounds like a much more pleasant thing to do than me sitting here being caught doing this. But it's like it's just 1 in the morning. It's past 1 in the morning. You could be at home relaxing or sleeping. Instead, you're going to be up all night dealing with this bullshit, being processed, being searched and fingerprinted and photographed and locked in a cell and just worrying that your life as you know it is over and you're going to be going to prison for a long time. And like that's why, I mean, number one, you don't do this kind of thing because it's illegal and horrible beyond all imagination. So you shouldn't do it. But you also just don't do it because it destroys your life. These guys are stupid. They throw everything away. Like, for what?
I'm not sure that I told you, but my name's Catherine Reed. I'm an agent.
That means I'm a police officer. Was that Dustin McFetridge that Dudinsky had to say that to, just to make sure it was clear?
Now, one other thing I need to cover with you is consent to search your vehicle.
It seems like at least all the predators I've covered on my channel, every single one of them, except maybe 1 or 2, have waived their rights and talked when they shouldn't have instead of asking for a lawyer, and they all agree to have their vehicles and computers searched. Is that just because like the interrogations that wind up on YouTube tend to be the longer ones where the guys talk and, sign away their rights? Or is it just in general, like 99% of criminals sign these documents even though they don't have to and they shouldn't? This seems weird. Like the law was passed. You actually have these Miranda rights. You can sit there and say nothing, just ask for a lawyer, and that's it. And anything, if you do say something, it's going to be used against you. And everyone signs it away and talks anyway, even though they were just told that this is going to be bad for you. It's just mind-boggling that people are this dumb.
And we'll fill out this form, and then I'll read it to you, and then you can make a decision whether you want to give us consent to do the search, okay? And you can be present, or you can allow them to go ahead and do the search without your presence. That'll be up to you. Okay?
Well, I don't do drugs or nothing like that, so
And it's not the first time we've heard that. We heard that a lot. It's not like not doing other crimes balances out and somehow negates you doing other crimes. If you don't do drugs, that doesn't mean that you did not do this crime. It has nothing to do with anything. I guess it means that you won't get extra charge of like possession. But these guys are like, I don't do drugs. I don't. It's like, so doesn't mean you're a good person. You would probably have more respect if you did drugs and did not do what you were caught doing here. So who cares if you had drugs? And it's not necessarily the drugs they're looking for. That's just where the guy's mind goes. The cops want to search your vehicle. Drugs. That's what would. It's like, no, they're looking for any sort of contraband, any sort of bullshit that you brought, condoms or whatever, that will prove that you had the intent to do what you said you came here to do. That's why.
Well, that's good. That's a plus. Okay, what type of vehicle did you say?
it's a Chevrolet Cobalt.
A lot of these guys lose their vehicle too. They seize their vehicle. So it's like this just really screws with your life. Like hopefully this guy, I think unfortunately this guy's wife died at some point, which is, it's not her fault. I don't think she's a bad person. But normally some of these guys' wives stick with them, but I think most don't. So you're going to lose your marriage, going to lose your kids, because I don't think any judge is going to give custody to these guys. Maybe they get joint custody, maybe not. I don't know. But it's definitely not going to be good. They're going to lose their job. They're going to go to prison. They're going to be on an offender registry forever. They're going to be on YouTube. They're going to be like a minor celebrity, known for doing one of the worst crimes ever. They lose their vehicle. You're going to have to spend, if you have any savings or anything, it's all going to be gone on legal fees and fines and other bullshit. And then you're going to get out of prison and be an ex-con who was convicted for one of the worst crimes. It's going to be hard to get a job. No one's going to want to be friends with you. Like, it's going to be very hard. There are a few guys that rebuilt their life and are doing well. There's a couple that are even doing better than they were beforehand. But for the vast majority, this is going to throw such a big wrench into your life and the gears of your life and completely ruin it. And these guys thought about that and decided that it was worth it. They're horrible.
Those nice cars.
Yeah, they're not bad. With me working in that factory, all that stuff gets on my clothes and it's got it all dusty with that stuff in it. Yeah, vinyl and stuff.
Oh,
What the hell are you talking about, John? Shut up.
Yeah. You know,
If it gets dusty at your work, you could just wash your clothes and wash out your vehicle every now and then. I'm sure it'll be fine.
what year it is?
2005. So you just can't keep it clean. As soon as you clean it, it's back dusty all over again.
Then get a different job.
Yeah. What color is it?
Blue.
Blue.
As far as like exact tone
Or in the words of Dustin McFetridge, it depends what angle the sun hits it at.
on the manufacturer color, I don't know how they call it, but it's blue. Yeah.
Okay.
To answer your question.
So if I walked out in the parking lot and looked for a 2005 Chevrolet Cobalt Blue, I'd be able to
Yeah, it's
find
got the
it,
fin.
is what
The
you're
one with
saying.
the one's got the fin on the back.
You could identify it by the one that's apparently covered in dust all the time.
I don't.
I don't think it's always covered in dust. I think he's just a lazy slob who never cleans himself or his vehicle, so it's always covered in dust.
know if the 2006 they took the fin off, but mine's got the little, I don't know what they call those things, spoilers or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We can look at this together. It's a consent to search. It's for your vehicle. Says, I hereby consent to a complete search of the premises, property, or vehicle located at Bowling Green Police Department.
But you do not have to sign this. They're going to get a search warrant anyway, and they're still going to do it. But you're under no obligation to just allow them. They're real. These people are here. I mean, I support the police. I support them putting guys like this in prison. But it's your legal right to not agree to this. So if you're in the situation, why not just make their job a little bit harder? It's like, yeah, get a search warrant. I'm not signing anything.
More particularly described as Chevrolet Cobalt 2005 blue. Now, are you the owner?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put on here. Is it just in your name?
Me and my wife's.
Now help me again. I'm awful with names. John.
Yeah, John.
She means, what's your middle name, idiot?
John.
John.
Wesley.
Mm-hmm. It'd just be W on the title thing.
John W.
Yeah.
Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Elliott's where I grew up.
Where'd you grow up?
Grew up in Bell County. You know where
This guy has 3 first names.
that is?
Sorry, I don't.
You don't know where Bell County is? I thought everybody knew where Bell County
No one knows where Bell County is.
was.
Or if they do, it's because they watch this video.
I know where Pike by looking at a map.
Yeah,
Because Pike's at the very end.
yeah.
That's the little point.
Well, you know where Virginia and Tennessee and Kentucky meet? They
Yeah.
all cross right there. That's where Bell County is. Small place in the mountains. Pine Mountain State Park.
Sounds pretty.
It is. It's nice.
And you're never going to see it, John. Because you're going to be in prison.
Maybe you can go there sometime. Got a PGA.
Why would you invite John Wesley Elliott to your county? You should tell him to stay the hell away.
Tour golf course.
Sorry.
You alright? Man, you've been through a lot.
No, I don't deserve any remorse. I don't.
And also, it said in the wiki page, it's been a while since I've watched his segment, but it said he was nervously playing with his hair when he sat down to talk to Casey. How much hair does this guy have on his head that he was able to play with it? Unless he was just like rubbing his head.
You know what, John?
I don't.
You're gonna live through this.
All right.
You know
It's
what?
not very promising. You're going to live through this. That's the best you have to look forward to. Your life is going to be the most miserable hell you could imagine, but I mean, you will technically be alive. You know, your heart will still be beating, and your eyes will be receiving information, but you know, your life is going to be hell. But at least you'll be alive.
Oh, we can wait on this paperwork.
I can't
Will you give me consent to search your vehicle?
Of course, I don't have nothing out there anybody.
Okay. Well, here's the signature line. If you can
Yeah, he was such a big man when he was talking online to this really, really young girl doing all that disgusting stuff and, you know, leaving his family to go off alone so that he could be home to talk to her, and then laughing with Chris Hansen like it was all a big joke. And now here he is sobbing away, expecting us to feel sorry for him.
go ahead and sign.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I just feel I don't.
Feel what?
I don't like it when anybody sees me like this.
You don't like people seeing you cry? Don't worry, John. No one's going to watch this. I think YouTube is like I don't know if it was even around. Like, if it was around, I think it was just like brand new at this time, and no one could have suspected how big it would turn into, and people wouldn't know that To Catch a Predator commentaries would even be a thing. They wouldn't even suspect that this interrogation would wind up being witnessed by potentially anyone in the world. But such is luck, John.
Well, you know, I've seen people in worse situations.
Keep thinking I'd rather be in here for drugs. So,
Yeah, no shit. I think anyone would rather be in there for drugs. I'd rather be in there for murder. I think most people would rather go to prison longer for murder than be caught doing this kind of thing. This is horrible. Well, at least murder, you could go to prison and get some level of respect. Although maybe John Wesley Elliott couldn't, because they'd probably beat him up no matter what, because he's a whiny little tool bag. But regardless of that, for a normal person, like, at least murder, you could, you know, If it's like gang related or something, you go there and you'll look like a tough guy maybe. People that do this kind of thing are going to be treated horribly. And wimpy little guys like this who cry about it are going to probably be treated even worse. So of course he would have rather got caught for drugs. Drugs, people would just be like, ah, shit, like guys got trouble or whatever. Doing this kind of crime reveals the kind of horrible person you are. You're trying to prey on the most vulnerable members of society in a very disgusting way. This shows you that you are a monster, a deviant monster of just like the worst type. There's like very few crimes that are considered worse than this.
Why's that? You ashamed of yourself?
Should be.
Well, yeah. That's obvious, but...
You should be like, I'm ashamed of you too, John.
Thinking about what your wife's gonna say when you get home?
Don't forget your kids, what they're gonna think too. And that's not a joke. I shouldn't even be joking about that. Like they're gonna be horrified, obviously, and it's gonna make their life terrible. Your wife and kids are gonna be connected to this. Everyone's gonna find out, even if there's like a, crap, can't even think the word off the top of my head where they, they don't allow the names or they don't allow the names or whatever to go in the news to protect the kids or whatever. It doesn't matter. People are gonna find out. Word's gonna get out, spread around, and that negativity is going to follow them everywhere. Like if you in any way are allowed to get custody of your kids because your wife is dead, like other kids are not gonna be able to come over and play with you, or play with them, because either the court orders it or the parents are just in no way going to allow their kids to go to your house. So your kids are going to be made fun of at school. Like it's just gonna lead to just bad shit for everyone. It's such a selfish crime they tried to do. Now his life is ruined and it just affects all these other innocent people around him just because of the bullshit they wanted to do. The kind of thing that he was laughing and joking about like 20 minutes ago.
When she finds out, it's going to be a hard conversation, but you know what? You can practice telling me the truth.
And some of these police tactics are just so ridiculous. Like, how are you going to explain this to your wife? Maybe you could practice on me. And then obviously everything he says is going to be used as a confession.
That way, whenever you talk to her, you've already run it by me.
Appreciate you taking time.
Appreciates her taking time. This is her job. She's not here talking to you because she prefers to do this as opposed to going home or doing something else. This is her job.
Now, can you print your name right under there?
Yeah.
Like that he's about to cry and sob a bit more, and then she's like, "Can you just sign this, please? Can we get down to business?"
And your address right below that.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be this way.
Well, sometimes you've been through a lot, and you have to have that emotional release to deal with it.
Yeah, funny how the emotional release comes coincidentally after he got caught, and not at any point while he was doing this over the course of the last month. He had a month to think about this. To get up every day, think about it, go to bed every night, think about it at work, and every day he kept chatting to this minor. He kept doing really disgusting things while naked on camera and sending them to her. Then eventually traveled to meet her. Now he's just like, oh, poor me, I'm crying, feel bad.
I try not to, I'm just...
How long does it take to sign something? It's like he can't even remember his own name. He has to like spell it one letter at a time and try to remember each one. What comes after the O? Oh yeah, H. How do you write an H again? What the hell's he doing? It's like a 2-year-old writing with like a giant crayon or something. Most people could write their entire signature in less than 1 second. It's like 20% of this video is John trying to sign his name.
I didn't try to run or nothing. Just rambling. I thought that guy was going to shoot me. I swear.
What, over at the house?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, worse things could have happened. You could have gotten shot, you know?
I don't know a lot of worse things that could happen. And I think that's part of the brilliance of the To Catch a Predator show is it just, especially the earlier ones where they had it staged, where the guy shows up completely unsuspecting, gets confronted by Chris Hansen, exposed and humiliated, but they don't know exactly what's going on. They just know, oh my God, I'm going to be on national television. And then they walk out humiliated, only to get surrounded by cops and arrested. And they get a second surprise. That is what made it so good, is like, this is horrible. And these guys deserve every second of it. They deserve what happens to them. That's what makes it so good. It's like, yeah, being permanently exposed forever on this show is like one of the worst things that could possibly happen to you. That's kind of why we enjoy it, I think.
I don't know. I keep thinking maybe I should have just got a shot in the head.
So, John,
Join my brother.
do you want to be present whenever they search your vehicle, or is it okay if they go ahead and do that?
No, they can go ahead. I don't have to be present. Yeah, y'all got my permission to go ahead and search it.
I wonder why they allow people to be present. I wonder if it's because they just had so many people that the cops find drugs or something in their car, and they're like, oh, no, they put it there. I mean, I guess even if they're the suspect is watching, they could still lie and say that. Yeah, I don't know why that is.
You want something to drink?
Can I have some water? Just
Actually, I looked for some water before we come up here. I got a Sprite there, if you think you could handle that. Or I could have somebody hunt you down a glass of water, if you don't mind some tap water.
Sprite be fine.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Let me open it.
Yeah,
It's a little hot.
Usually guys just get water and a roll of toilet paper for Kleenex. John Wesley Elliott gets a can of Sprite, and they actually have not a roll of Kleenex, a roll of toilet paper. He gets a can of Sprite and like a real Kleenex box here. They're treating him like royalty.
yeah. It's hate for anybody seeing me like this.
Well, John, it's just me and you in here.
I don't want
And the millions of people watching on YouTube.
anybody seeing me like this. I don't even like my wife seeing me like this.
Well, that's, like I said, we'll have an opportunity to talk about these things, and you can deal with it here instead of with her, because she's going to be angry with you. I'm not.
No, it's not like it's one or the other. Either way, you're going to have to deal with it. Like, sooner or later, you're going to come face to face with her and have to confront her, whether it's like you going home and telling her, or you facing each other in divorce court, or like somehow eventually the shit's going to hit the fan.
I'm here to listen.
I know. Just,
Does she know you chat online?
no, she don't.
Yeah, of course she doesn't know. These guys, like, they have this like double life, and I bet you that's what leads to their divorce. I always bring up James Rutherford, but he's a perfect example where he's like, oh, his marriage started falling apart, and then we find out that he just has a problem with talking to young girls online. So I have a feeling that they're trying to make it look like, oh, my marriage is falling apart, my life is hell, that's the reason I'm doing this. I think it's the opposite. It's this guy is spending, or all these guys are spending all their waking time online, looking up very disturbing stuff on the internet, and having chats with minors over the course of a month, and ignoring their wife, ignoring their kids. They're probably only spending time with their family when their wife like finally puts her foot down, when she's just like, what are you doing on the computer all the time? Like, come spend time with the family. So he'll grudgingly spend time with his family and probably hate every second of it because he wants to be online. And that eventually leads to problems in the marriage. It leads to the wife being like, you know what? Don't even bother coming camping with us. I'll just take the kids by myself. And he's like, okay, fine, whatever. And he's just like, yes, now I get a couple days uh, with no one in the house, so I can use that to sneak away and go visit one of the young people he's been talking to. Guarantee that's what it is. If you're always doing horrible stuff like this, it's going to negatively affect your relationships. So you can't blame that the destruction of the relationship as the reason for doing this. It's the fact that you're a predator and started doing this to begin with.
You chat a lot.
Well, not a whole lot. Not like I used to. I used to chat years ago a lot more. But
And it doesn't matter if you do it a whole lot. Like, obviously, if there's more victims, that's worse. But the fact that you did it this one time, you don't get a pass just because you don't do it all the time. It's like they want to know if you've done this with other people, obviously. But even if you haven't, you still did it this one time. That's still inexcusable.
not a whole lot like I used to.
When did you start?
White chatting.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. Back when internet first came out, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Bear chat.
Yeah, and I bet you so many of these guys, the second the internet came into existence, they just saw it as an opportunity to prey on people. They just immediately found a way to abuse the technology and use it in the worst possible way. So and nothing's changed. Like, obviously, the internet's been around forever, but anytime some new platform comes out that has young people on it, whether it's like a video game or whatever, it's immediately flooded with predators preying on them. Like, you've seen that with Roblox and other stuff that Chris Hansen talks about. It's just like the second something's available, these creeps are just in there. They're just in there trying to do this kind of stuff. Nothing's ever changed.
What was the first thing I chatted on?
What was it?
Bear chat. It's like a text thing that you type in and people reply on it. Kind of like a group room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like an instant message thing. Yeah, it's called Parachat. I don't think it exists anymore.
Probably not.
Definitely doesn't exist now because I have no idea what he's talking about.
Things become obsolete so quick on the internet with computers and everything.
Except YouTube. YouTube doesn't become obsolete. It's still around 2 decades later, and people are still watching this.
That they're more advanced every day.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if anyone's going to watch this, like, 200 years from now when we're all gone. But, the internet still exists. I wonder if this is just going to be some sort of archaic thing that people still watch. Because I think that'd be interesting if they had videos of, like, interrogations and trials from, like, the 1700s. I think that'd be kind of cool to watch, if it existed. So if this exists in some way, I bet you people will still be watching this long after John Wesley Elliott has gone from the earth.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. So, what brought you here tonight, John?
All right, so we're 21 minutes and 3 seconds in, and finally she's like, why did you come here tonight? So finally we're getting down to business.
I don't know how to explain it. I wish I'd...
Well, you know what? Instead of thinking so hard about it, just tell me.
Instead of thinking, just confess, John.
Fantasy. There. Just fantasy.
Okay, well, in the words of Chris Hansen, it ceases to be a fantasy when you leave your house and drive to meet the person in the real physical world. You can no longer claim it's fantasy. And the thing is, I don't know what the laws exactly were at this time, but now, in all 50 states, it is illegal. Even the internet chat part is illegal. So even if you never left your house, what you did was breaking the law. You driving to meet them is just an extra charge. It just makes it that much worse. But it is not just fantasy. If you're reaching out, doing this with a real person, you could argue it's a fantasy if you're only thinking about it. It's kind of gross. You shouldn't be thinking about stuff like that, but no one would know, and you could not get in trouble for it. You could not get prosecuted for what's in your head. As soon as you use the internet to reach out to a real life person, or who you believe is a real life person, you committed a crime. It's not a fantasy. When you drive to their house, it's definitely not a fantasy. And I can't believe like I have to explain that. Some of these guys don't get it. They're like, "What? It's a fantasy. It was a thought crime." It's like, dude, you're in the house. You actually came to meet this person. If there was a real person there, you would have assaulted them. This is not a thought crime. This is not a fantasy. This is real consequences.
Fantasies.
I don't want to be with a young girl. I'm not saying it's right or anything like that. I don't mean to make it sound that way.
Don't worry, John. We know it's not right. You don't have to clarify that.
What about a young girl makes that fantasy for? I mean, help me understand. And if it helps you feel better, I'll role play for you, and I'll be your wife and say, "What in the world were you thinking with a 13-year-old? Here I am at home."
She was not 13. She was younger than that.
Where'd you tell her you went?
I told her I had to go for a drive.
You went for a drive, and I get a call from you from the jail because you've been out chasing some 13-year-old? What in the world is wrong with you? I thought you loved me. I thought you appreciated me more than that.
If someone clicked on this part of the video and they didn't know the context of what was going on, they'd probably be like, "What the hell is happening here? Is this like guy's wife yelling at him?"
Which I'm sure she'll throw a few explicative words in there for you.
Yeah.
Won't she?
Well, probably. More than likely.
Are you going to answer? Because you're not doing very well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm giving up.
Giving up what?
Given up trying not to be a predatory criminal pervert? What do you mean you've given up? Clearly you haven't given up that much because you put a hell of a lot of effort into chatting with this young person and then driving to the house like that. You seem determined to do that. So obviously you can somehow build up the willpower to do stuff and work hard. If you just put that towards something positive instead of this, maybe your life wouldn't be so pathetic. Yeah, he's like, "I've given up, therefore I just decided to, there's no use trying not to prey on minors." Wait, what the hell kind of way is that to think?
I'm trying.
Come on, John. Now I need you to talk to me. I need you to open up.
We need you to confess.
This is going to sound stupid. I don't want...
You know what?
John, come on, buddy. Everything you say sounds stupid. There's no way this could sound stupider than your counselor bullshit, okay? Like, just whatever you spew out is not going to make you look any worse. Don't worry.
Put it on record. It's going to sound...
You worry about sounding stupid all the time, don't you?
Maybe he does, or it could be that he's so stupid that he doesn't worry about sounding stupid because he doesn't know how stupid he really is.
Well, you know what? I'm not here to judge you. I don't think you're stupid. I think you made a mistake.
No, he's stupid.
You had a fantasy. You had an opportunity to fulfill it. And you took a chance. And you're here now. Now's the time to deal with it. Get it off your chest. Well, John, you're losing me. I don't understand what this has to do with a 13-year-old girl.
It adds up. It does. How to say I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, there is no way to explain it. Like, the only explanation is he wanted to do it. He knew it was wrong. He knew it was illegal. He knew it was gross. He just wanted to do it. And he couldn't stop himself, or wouldn't stop himself. So he traveled there to try to do it.
I mean, I'm hearing you, but I still need to know how you got here tonight. You told me a fantasy.
I drove here.
Yeah.
Drove myself.
Yeah, we get it.
So you started chatting. What was the screen name you used?
Bald Beaver Hunter.
There you go. I tried to censor it out earlier, but he said it, and I don't feel like editing it out. So there we go. It shows what his intent was. He could try to argue that by saying that he meant adult women, but given what he was arrested for, I don't think it does. That is horrendous. Just his screen name alone is a very strong indicator of what his intent was. Like what a pervert. I like what a scumbag. I bet you he was so proud of himself. I could just see him sitting there giggling as he typed in that screen name for the first time. He just thought it was so funny, so smart, so clever. Yeah, is it clever now, John?
But I wasn't looking for a young girl when I made that name, no.
Yeah, bullshit, you were not.
No?
No, I promised not that time. I mean, I've had that fantasy, but I wasn't looking for a young girl at that time.
So,
When she showed up in the room,
Yeah, he wasn't looking for someone of that age at that time, but the second the opportunity shows up, he jumped on it.
Cause sworn it said 18 on her profile, but I can't remember right now, really offhand.
Now, John,
What?
you trying to tell me now you thought she was 18?
No, I'm just saying on the profile. No, I can tell by the picture. No, I don't mean it that way.
And she told you she was 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these guys, especially now, even more so in the takedown episodes that I cover on my Patreon. So if you want to help support me and you like my videos, you could sign up on Patreon. And I do like multiple videos there a week. I do all the takedown with Chris Hansen and a whole bunch of other stuff that's not here on YouTube. So if you want to help me out, I would appreciate you doing that. But yeah, so many of the guys on takedown are like, oh yeah, the profile said she was 18 or 19. It's like, it doesn't matter what the profile says if you talk to them and they say that they're underage. You don't get to choose between the two different ages because people lie about being an adult so they can get on the site when they're actually not an adult. So as soon as they tell you that they're underage, you stop talking to them. There's no way around it. You don't get to be like, well, I thought maybe she was lying. No. No excuses. No way around it. We've never heard an excuse ever on the show that has sounded plausible where it's like, yeah, okay, maybe they have a point. No, just never.
So, you used the name Bob Beaver Hunter. What was the person's name that you were chatting with? The screen name.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, you can't even remember. He couldn't even care. He traveled to meet this person. If you're at the point where you meet someone online and you're traveling to meet them in real life, whether it's a man or woman, whether it's like a romantic thing, a sexual thing, a business thing, whatever, you should know their name. If this is like an important enough person that you're traveling to meet them, these guys couldn't care less about what the name is. All they care is they're a young person. Whatever they look like, whatever, they would victimize him. He even said in his chat, he's like, I don't care if you're 280 pounds. All he cared about was that she was a young person that he could violate, and he wanted to do it. That name is like so not even close to something he cares about. So now he's trying to like, oh, you know, I know I saw it. And like, it's like, man, give me a moment to remember.
You chat with a lot of people?
Very something.
Well, let me help you out.
I'm sorry. It's kind of hard for me to think right now.
John, it's always hard for you to think. This is no different.
Dreaming of fairies.
Dreaming of fairies. That's it.
Yeah. So you can't even remember. She has to like tell him.
Would that be you
Do you remember what your wife's name is, John?
and her?
Yeah.
Bob Beaver Hunter 42025.
Yeah.
And then Dreaming of Fairies.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was 12.
Yeah. It's even worse. Like, it's all bad, but the younger they are, the worse it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, cool. 39 male here.
Yeah, his response was cool.
Bored. Laugh out loud. So even if her profile...
No, I mean, I'm just saying that on the age thing, I think the only way they can put a thing on Yahoo, I think you gotta say 18, I think.
Oh.
That's what...
Oh, you're saying that the chat room you were in wouldn't allow for them to be in there if they were under 18.
That's what, yeah. Because I think that's the way it's standard on Yahoo now, I think.
Okay. So it was Yahoo that you chatted on? Went in a chat room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, tell me about this fantasy. Were you playing it out in your chats?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What did you tell her you wanted to do?
Kiss her. And oral sex.
And just the fact that he kind of tried to use that as a defense, that that's all he wanted to do, and he didn't think that that was that bad. How could your mind just be that fried to think that that's in any way okay to do?
John, I need you to look at me.
What?
When you talk to me.
Oh, sorry.
It offends me when you don't look at me. I don't like to be offended.
Okay, well, in his defense, he's there against his will. He's not required to look at you, but do what she says, John.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, I mean, do you like it if I look away whenever I talk to you? It's just kind of disrespectful, you know?
I'm just embarrassed.
I understand you're embarrassed. But it's not.
He's embarrassed that he is caught and exposed now. I don't think he's embarrassed about what he tried to do. If he was really embarrassed about it, he wouldn't have chosen a screen name to take out publicly that sounded that disgusting. He was hoping he could do this without getting caught, and now that he's caught and people are going to finally realize what kind of a person he is, all of a sudden he's ashamed and embarrassed. Yeah, how convenient.
Anything that you can't deal with.
It's over. No, really, seriously, it's gone now.
Well, from what you just told me, it wasn't pleasant.
Yeah. So yeah, your life sucked already, so what did you have to lose?
To begin with. You know, all you can do is take the cards you're dealt and make the best of it. Or else change it.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find very positive relationships you could form in prison.
And you'll deal with that. I'm certain of it. You'll deal with that. You'll get through it. People have lived through much worse.
I wish you was a counselor.
Shut up about counselors. No counselors for you, John.
Because I know you don't want to hear all this junk.
Well, you know, I'd like to hear about these chats. Because with you having this fantasy, I can't help but believe that this isn't the first person you've been in contact with.
No, I'm serious. It is. No, I'm being serious.
He's just being honest. Like, I believe that this is the first time he's traveled to meet someone. And even that, if it turned out it wasn't true, like, I don't firmly believe it, but I bet it is his first time traveling to meet someone. I really, really, really doubt he hasn't been talking to anyone else. He's admitted to have this fantasy for a while, and he's been on the internet since the internet started, basically, he said. So I can't believe that he hasn't tried reaching out to an underage person before. If he's had that fantasy that he's admitted to, I don't think this is his first time trying to do it.
I'm serious.
So where'd you find the child porn?
Off of people, off the rooms. And,
yeah, he's out there looking for CP, or CSAM, I guess as it's called now. And, but he claims that, oh, yeah, he's never tried to do this before. Like, bullshit, buddy.
Adult rooms.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay.
I
Well,
just
I
got-
don't want to rush
I make a lot of things,
bouncing around in your head.
you know.
Yeah, he has like maybe a handful of marbles bouncing around in his head. I don't think there's many thoughts going on in there.
I just feel like hung up to dry, I guess.
So you knew it was wrong when you came here. You knew it was not a good choice
Yes,
to
ma'am.
attempt to have sex with a 12-year-old.
Yes.
Did you consider that before you left the house?
I think most of the guys consider it, or at least a lot of them consider it, and they just don't care. They just want to do it. They don't care what it's going to do to the victim. They don't care about the consequences. They they know damn right well this might be a sting. And even if it wasn't a sting, they know that the damage they could cause. All they care about is doing it. That's all they care about is just serving their own selfish desires, fulfilling their fantasies. That's all they want to do. It's just, you know, luckily these Kentucky guys paid a pretty steep price, but a lot of them don't. There's a lot of the guys that get no jail time, and it's not right. They need to be punished.
But you came anyway. Because this fantasy just took over, and because I noticed you were a little nervous. I guess just being there, thinking, wow,
Okay,
I'm
babe.
going to get to live out this fantasy that I had.
Yeah.
So what was it about it? The fantasy. Tell me about the fantasy. What was it?
Just being able to have oral sex with a girl.
Like,
Or-
that's disgusting. Like, what the hell's the matter with you?
Oral sex? You performing it, or both ways?
No, me performing. That was my fantasy.
So that was your intention
Yes.
when you got there.
Mhm.
And you traveled from Benton to see. Now, what was her name? Didn't she have a name that she gave you?
Crystal.
Crystal. That's right. Crystal.
Oh, you remember that? Okay.
Crystal. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I'm not taking back my statement of him dehumanizing her but not knowing her name.
Right for somebody who likes fairies. It's a pretty name. So, John, you're telling me that you don't have any other minors that you're talking to online?
No, I do not.
You sure about that?
Mhm.
And I mean, if that is true, who cares? He still did it this one time, and he still had illegal stuff on his computer. He still went away for quite a while. It's just that is hard to believe. It's like Chris always says: if this is your first time, why now? If you've had this fantasy all this time, and then it just finally something snapped in your mind, and you decided to follow through with it, it's kind of hard to believe.
You ever been in trouble before?
No.
No court appearances or anything like that?
Well, my tags on my back of my car was out back. So
I don't think she means the tags on your car.
years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I had to go for. You know what I mean?
Registration
Yes,
expired?
I can't think of the name of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My light was out, and they pulled me over for that. And he said, "You got expired tag."
What does this have to do with anything? I think these guys, they just want to steer the conversation away from the horrible thing they did and all the trouble they're in. So if they have the opportunity just to tell some anecdote of something that has nothing to do with anything, it's like, hey, at least I'm not in shit for the next like minute. I'm telling the story. At least I'm not in big trouble. So I'll just tell this story because like, what does this have to do with anything?
And what's this? Your driver's license from Metropolis, Illinois. I said, that's where I used to live. I haven't got them changed over yet. So I had to go appear for that, and the judge told me, said that if I go get these things taken care of, they'll dismiss it, you know. Which they said that's the usual case on the first time thing, so that's why I did.
Are you ever around any young women or young ladies?
I like she doesn't even acknowledge his story. She's just like back to the details that actually matter. It's like, are you around any young people? Because you can't obviously be trusted.
No.
Any family members?
Well, we go to a family, like a gathering, but I mean, I'm not like constantly with them. You know, like around.
And that's the thing. I don't know how old his kids are, but it's not just him being around them. Like his job, he works at a window factory. He's probably not around any young people, but guaranteed his kids have friends over. He's driving them to and from school. They're going to Christmas concerts and ballet or gymnastics or soccer or football, whatever they do. He's If you're a parent, you're going to be around other kids, and just him being around at all is just a potential for something to go wrong, especially if he's willing to act on these urges. You never know. Sooner or later, if his kids are the right age and they have a friend over for sleepover, like, how could we ever trust them? That's why they have to ask these questions, because even just yesterday, I was watching a YouTube video of a guy who had his kids had like friends over, and he did something horrible, and thank God he ended up going to jail for it. But yeah, his interrogations on YouTube. So these horrible things happen every single day, and when they catch a guy doing this, it seems logical they suspect that you might have a history of doing this kind of thing. So they have to ask, and they can't even trust you to tell the truth. So we have to pry into your past now.
Oh, no.
Probably a good idea, isn't it?
Well, yeah, family was never an issue with me. You know what I mean?
Family was never an issue with you? What does that mean?
You know, I don't look at family like that.
Just strange underage girls. Yeah. Nothing weird or perverted, right, John?
That's good. That's good. So, what else was going to happen tonight? Did you bring anything with you
No.
for when you were...
Oh, an
Gonna be
intercourse?
there?
Intercourse?
Yeah.
No, I didn't do it. I was the one going to do the intercourse.
Okay,
That's what wasn't my intention.
okay. Now, when you get online and chat, how did you prefer to do it?
Like how? I mean,
Well, whenever I was reading through your chat, you like to be nude, I take it. Was
Oh, please don't remind us.
your wife home? Or,
no, it should be like downstairs or on her computer. We got 2 computers.
okay. What kind of computer you have?
When I built,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, that's cutting a hobby of mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just building systems.
Yeah. So,
I enjoy figuring them out, you know, when you order a motherboard, learning the new stuff on them, and
yeah.
putting in new stuff.
So he just spends all this time building his own computer. And then when he's done, he's like, great, now I can use it to prey on minors.
So what'd you build?
Oh, it's a K6200 AMD.
Mm-hmm.
K6.
I have no idea what that is.
K2000. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, the processor's like 2 or 3 years old now. So, I mean, it's
Yeah.
not even listed anymore.
So, what else do you do with your computer?
Other than use it to prey on minors.
Get online and look for star stuff and space stuff, UFO stuff.
Mm-hmm. Now, you said that you were getting child porn off the chat rooms.
Mm.
Can you tell me some of the people that you were getting it from?
I can't remember because it's been so long. Some of those have been like from a year or so ago.
So you just stored them on your computer?
Yeah, just saved them. When they send
Like, he's just admitting to having illegal stuff on his computer. Does he not realize that that's like an additional prison sentence?
them to me
Okay. Where'd you save them?
on my computer.
Yeah, but I mean, Did you just keep them in an email, or did you make a special folder for them?
Oh yeah, I made my own folder for it.
Yeah. Okay.
The way he's talking makes it seem like he doesn't understand the gravity of what she's saying. He's admitting to having this horrible illegal stuff. And it doesn't sound like he's like ashamed of it, or he's like, oh no, I'm caught, or he's just like, yeah, absolutely. Like, does he realize that's illegal?
So, were you the only one with access to the computer?
Mm-hmm.
And it was upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is it password protected or something? I mean, I'd hate to think your wife would get on there.
Yeah, it is.
And fighting that child pornography. I'd have a seizure if I found child pornography on my computer at home.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would know that I didn't put it there.
Yeah. No, she's got her.
Well, if his wife found it, I think she could narrow down the list of suspects pretty quickly to figure out who did it.
Computer, I got my computer.
Okay, so she has no idea.
Mm-mm.
Boy, I don't envy you when she gets a hold of you.
I don't envy you when your ass lands in prison.
Yeah, don't envy me neither. Don't worry, you're not alone in that.
So, you said she's got a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a digital camera?
Mm-hmm.
And webcam?
Yeah.
Okay. You ever made any child pornography yourself?
No.
Okay. So what you've gotten sent out, received, you've gotten through chats,
Yes.
somebody else has
Yes, ma'am.
given it to you.
So basically what he's saying, he's trying to make it look like it's no big deal what he did, but basically what he's saying is that he's out there talking to other like-minded perverts on the internet, God knows where they are in the world, and they're exchanging this kind of thing in some kind of a ring. That is horrible. It's horrible that there's a market for that kind of stuff and that he's participating in it. Because the only reason that the stuff like that exists and people make it is because guys like this are into it and they're sharing it around, so it becomes in demand. And then real children out there being harmed in the most horrific ways just to appease these guys' fantasies, and then they finally get confronted by it and pretend that they did nothing wrong. They don't understand why this is a big deal. Like, I never hurt anyone. Well, what's the big deal? There's a reason guys like this go to prison. There's a reason they should go to prison longer.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, here's the deal. I'd like to look at your computer. First of all,
Really, what a surprise. I figured you could just trust this guy.
because of child pornography.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, because of why you're here tonight, coming to see a 13-year-old to have sex, and you travel to do it. This is pretty serious, John. I'm not going to kid you. You know,
No need to whisper. You can speak in a louder voice.
I don't know what the situation's going to be for you, but you'll be lodged in jail tonight.
Mm.
And they'll give you an opportunity to make a phone call. But I'd like to get your consent to go to your home and get your computer and any other computer-related equipment that you may have.
Like, they're going to have to take his wife's computer, too. Like, they're going to take everything. Like, it's just going to make her life more miserable, too.
Okay.
Would you have a problem with that?
No. I mean, it's all on there.
Okay. So,
I mean, but
did you have any special items where you kept pictures, like a flash drive or
no,
some
it's all.
some other storage media, CDs, DVDs?
No, I just on that one computer.
Okay. Get another sheet out here. Okay. The address is
And like obviously the neighbors are gonna notice that there's cops coming and going from his house carrying out computers and other items. Like everyone in the neighborhood's gonna know about this. The word is gonna spread through the grapevine. It's gonna have he deserves all the embarrassment and the long lasting effects, but his family does not. But they have to feel it. Like they're gonna have to deal with the repercussions of this guy's actions. Like it's just very unfortunate. We've even seen guys try to like act like, "Hey, I don't want this to affect my family," kind of hinting, go easy on me because by prosecuting me, it hurts my family. And it's like, yeah, that's true, but it doesn't mean you get off the hook for that reason. You can't use that as a shield. Like these guys, what they do is just so bad on every level. And hopefully, I mean, unfortunately, this guy's wife passed away, but his kids are out there somewhere, and a lot of these other guys, their spouses and family members are still out there. Hopefully, they were able to get over this and you know move on with their lives. And if they just don't follow TCAP channels on YouTube, they probably have no reference to it. It doesn't affect their lives, but like you'd pretty much have to just move far away. You just have to like start clean and then just meet new friends and people that don't know about this and hope they never find out. And might have to skip
Now,
it.
is that a house?
Oh, skip ahead a little bit here.
And lived down in Bartle after Calvert City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you have a... Well, you said you built your tower, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So you got a personal computer.
Yeah.
And again, back to the whole not talking to police without a lawyer thing. Like, he knows they're going to go and search his house. Like, why would you just make their job easier for them?
I know that the agent does not have a search warrant. I have not been threatened or coerced in any way, nor have I been promised any favor or benefit. I've read this consent form, where it has been read to
I
me.
wonder when these laws were passed. I wonder if the lawmakers were like, why? Like, no criminal's ever going to be dumb enough to talk. If we give them the option of having a lawyer and they don't have to say anything, why would any criminal ever say anything? They don't realize it. Nah, they're all stupid enough to do it.
And I understand it. The date's 10/21/07. The time is 2:32 a.m. And if you agree to that,
Sign it like a
go ahead
moron.
and sign in the same place, and then print your name and your address right underneath it.
Okay.
All right, here we got another 15 minutes of him signing his name. Was he just like drawing a little picture along with it?
Oh gosh.
His signature is like a little stick man of himself. I think most people could have handwritten out the entire Miranda rights in the same time it took him to sign his name.
Do you take any medication or anything?
Nerve pills.
What kind of nerve pills?
Efrexor. XR.
Effexor?
Yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah.
Is that it?
Does anyone know what that drug is for?
Yeah, not vitamins, like my C's and stuff like that. I have a daily regimen of, things I take like that.
Multivitamins and
Well,
stuff.
it's kind of like multivitamins, whatever she puts in the pill box.
Well, your wife takes care of that stuff for you.
Yeah.
I don't think his wife is going to be taking care of it anymore.
I'm going to go ahead and fill your citation out here. It doesn't mean that you can't keep talking, because I'm listening.
Keep confessing. Keep confessing. Keep saying stupid things I can comment on, John.
Okay.
Think of all the TCAP fans out there. Don't be selfish.
So you want to tell me about some of the other people you chat with? But there's
They're like, we really want to bust your entire network of sickos.
some real winners out there.
Yeah,
isn't there?
I know it.
And obviously, like, they're not going to know who they are. It's just like a screen name. Like, they're not, like, I doubt any of these guys are going to be able to identify other people. Like, their best bet would be to get his computer and, you know, try to find out who they are that way. There's probably methods to do that, but this guy's not going to know, like, who they are in real life and where they live. Keep talking, John.
A lot of bots on there.
Huh?
A lot of bots.
Bots. What's that?
That's the where they advertise, throw advertisements at you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think those are bots. Aren't those just called pop-ups? I don't think they're bots.
Porn stuff, you know, all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, funny how if you look at nonstop porn, a lot of it just stops popping up in the pop-ups.
So what other
Doesn't really happen if you're not looking at that kind of stuff.
kind of fantasies you have?
Yeah, John, tell us your innermost, most perverted fantasies.
Nothing wrong with fantasies. You know, people have dreams and things that they'd like to do in life.
Well, there is something wrong with it if it leads you to become so obsessed with it that you end up traveling to meet a minor to act it out. That's a big problem.
Oh, winning money.
Winning money.
Winning money.
I think we all have
Yeah.
that one, don't we? I don't know what I'd do with it if I had it.
Nah, no.
Don't
Me, I
know
just
that
want to
it'd
pay my
change
bills.
anything. Got a lot of bills.
Yeah.
Is it Wesley?
Yeah.
Spell that for
WESLEY.
Okay.
Yeah, well.
So what do you go by?
On Yahoo?
No, I mean, do you go by John or do you go by Wesley or
Oh, John. Yeah.
just John?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, I got your address here.
Skip ahead a bit more.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't think you were being smart. I was just letting you know, though, she's gonna be mad and she's gonna take it out on you, not on me. You better get yourself prepared for that. Okay. Now, did you have a driver's license with you?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a
in,
Kentucky driver's license?
yes, ma'am. It's in mine.
I'll get that in a minute. You want to give me your social?
Skip ahead a bit more.
That's the reason why they don't want the name given out in case, you know, some happen to somebody
Mm-hmm.
like this.
Yeah. And that, what
Well,
city is it in?
Murray.
You're a full-time resident, Kentucky?
Yes.
Yeah, he was the only, out of the Kentucky 7 that were caught in this thing, he's the only one that lived in Kentucky, so he did not travel from out of state. So the rest of the guys had federal charges for crossing state lines. This guy did not. He's the only one that did not.
You're married for now.
He still got severely punished, though. We'll get into that later.
What's your home number?
I'm just going to skip past some of this personal information stuff. Might even be the rest of the video.
cancer.
Oh, here. This is kind of good.
I miss my brother.
Huh? You weren't talking to me, I take it.
I miss my brother.
You miss your brother. Does he help you a lot?
His brother died.
That dude. Oh,
He died.
cancer. Can I tell you something?
Sure, I told you. I'm always
Feel free to say anything incriminating you want.
listening. I'm all ears.
It should be me 6 feet under, not him.
Well, I can't argue against that too much, but at the same time, if you really miss your brother and you're implying that he's some kind of a better person than you, then shouldn't you just try to honor his memory by being the best person you can? Because now your parents are going to have to deal with one of their sons who died and the other one who's going to prison for a very horrible crime, and it's going to really affect them badly too. On top of his wife and his family, it's going to affect his parents and everyone he knows. Now they have two sons that are complete fuck ups. So if you really, really felt that badly about your brother and you respected him as some kind of a better person, maybe you should try to be more like him.
I mean that.
Buddy, you be alright.
No, I mean, he was so much of a better person.
You know what? You're
Well,
a
pretty
good
much everyone you know is a better person.
person.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
I just.
What's eating you up?
What's eating you up? You got arrested and exposed on a catch a predator, and you can't figure out what's making him unhappy.
I'm just really got you.
Just wish I could trade places. I know you're not a counselor, but that's what I want to say, you know?
Well,
I
you know,
wanna say-
sometimes you gotta say it out loud. Let's see.
I just hate my life. I really do.
Like, what did he expect to happen? If his life is that bad, did he really think he was going to travel and do this horrible crime that he wanted to do and just get away with it scot-free, and that would somehow make his life better? Like, how could you be that horrible of a person? I think anyone that did something like obviously no good person would ever do something that bad, but how could that just not scar you? How could that just not mess with your psyche? Just doing something to someone vulnerable like that is just such a horrible thing. How could you possibly be like, yep, that I had this big hole in my life. My life is going bad, but now it's going good because I was able to do something like that to a minor. Like, wouldn't that just make your life worse? Or they just figure, like, you know what, my life sucks, so I may as well just go out and go out in a blaze of glory by committing every horrible crime possible. Like, what's going through their head? They complain that their life is bad. You would have made someone else's life bad. You would have spread this horrible bullshit fantasy of yours into permanently wrecking a young girl's life just for your own satisfaction. Would have that made your life better? No one cares if your life is bad. If your life is bad, it's from your own doing. It's no excuse to do what you tried to do, and no one feels sorry for you.
Do you go to a counselor?
No.
You gonna start?
Oh, yeah. Because I need help.
Well, that'd be a good place for you to start, I bet. You feel better? You talk to me?
Why would he feel better? They said that before. You'll feel better if you just get this off your chest. That's just police talk. They absolutely would not feel better.
You feel better that you talk to me?
I'm glad you would hear.
Why?
As opposed to who?
Have a way of talking.
Well, you know, some of them back at the office tell me I don't know how to shut up. They get sick of me.
I feel you, Catherine. A lot of people tell me that on YouTube as well.
So I appreciate you appreciating me.
You know who you make me think of? That actress, I think her name.
Jodie Foster.
Just the way you talk make me think of her.
Ain't Loretta Lynn, is it?
No, on that flight, not flight I-3, with that missing child on that
Flight plan.
that plane, and they kept telling it, you didn't come on board with.
And of course, the one example he remembers Jodie Foster from is the film that has a young girl as a main character.
With a girl, but she knew she did. Oh, I can't think of her name.
What's the movie called?
Not flight.
It's Flight Plan. I just said it.
I can't remember. Also in that movie,
Silence of the Lambs.
Hannibal Lecter.
Oh,
You know-
where's Jodie Foster?
Jodie, that's who you remind me of.
I like her.
And I could see it. Yeah, Jodie Foster's awesome. Silence of the Lambs is one of my favorite movies. And I could see, I don't think Catherine Reed looks like her, but the voice is definitely similar.
I do too. She's one of my favorite actors.
Well, I tell you what, this is the worst part of this job, filling out all this paperwork.
Skip ahead a bit more. Actually, it looks like that's the end of it. So, yeah, that's a fairly interesting interrogation, but it's not the end of his story. We're going to head back over to the wiki page to find out what happened to John Wesley Elliott after this. All right, it says Elliott was convicted of first-degree attempted unlawful transaction with a minor and received 7 years in prison with a 20-year term of offender registration. In 2012, while he was still incarcerated, his wife passed away from unknown causes. Maybe it's just depression or shock of knowing that she married a guy like John Wesley Elliott. He now lives alone in Kentucky, and hopefully he is alone and miserable and never finds love again because he doesn't deserve it. Under trivia, it says Elliott was the only member of the Bowling Green Seven that did not cross state lines, therefore he did not face federal charges. Photographs of Elliott post-incarceration have surfaced showing him spending time with his elderly mother, who may be his last living close relative. So if she's elderly, not long before he is alone in the world, and it's all because of his actions. He was a horrible human being who did something like this that we just watched him get caught doing, and it leads to a life of loneliness. And it could have easily been fixed if he was just a good person, but he wasn't. All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know if there's any other predators you want me to cover or to cover a second time, or any other interrogations you want me to do, and feel free to sign up for the members section. I have some exclusive videos coming there, and like I said earlier, I have a whole bunch of cool stuff happening over at Patreon. So if you want to help support me, you could sign up there too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see everyone next time.